All right, guys, so I want to talk to you real quick about these lab reports. Almost every lab you do in here, not every lab, but pretty much every lab that you'll do in my class, you're going to write a lab report for. And there's a certain format that it needs to be in. Now, that's important for you to keep in mind because that's how you get your grade on these, okay? The very first thing that you should put on the top of your paper is going to be the title. And notice this says come up with something creative, short, yet descriptive. Don't copy what the lab says at the top. Okay, they've all got titles, but I want you to come up with your own, something that impacts the way you think about something. It can be anything like that. You can be guys are pretty creative with that stuff. Feel free to do that. The purpose. Typically in the purpose, they'll either say it right on the lab, or you'll have an idea of that from the videos that you watch at home and you take your notes. So that'll usually include the problem or the objective. So if there's no purpose that's really clearly written, you know you can find it in the problem that you're trying to answer or the objective. Does this sound like the scientific method? Answer a question. So that's what we're looking for here. One of those two things. Then there's more information on that. The hypothesis itself. Remember, whenever we write a hypothesis, it's always going to be in the form of if. Come on now. And because. Ooh, doesn't want to work good today, does it? Okay, well, you get the idea. It's if and because. And we will go back to that, and we'll be talking about that a little bit more in more detail. In fact, we'll have a whole lab on that. The other thing we're going to make sure is you're going to include all the equipment and materials. You'll typically find that right there on the lab. It'll tell you what's there. And then if there's a procedure, you're going to put the procedure in. Now, I always get the copy is, can we just make a copy? Yeah, you can make a copy by writing it. Okay, not going to make copies, cut it out, put it in there. That's not what I'm looking for. Data is what your results are. What'd you find in the experiment? And any conclusions. And then you'll have an analysis. Analysis is usually where we answer questions from the lab and these kind of things. So those are transferred into your journal here. And then a conclusion finally. The conclusion on what the problem, did we answer the hypothesis? What were our conclusions there? Okay, how do we answer it? And use our data to do that. The other thing I want you to have is in my class, I always like to have my students use one of these composition books. You can get them they're less than $1, guys. And I always get the question, what can I use a notebook? Well, no, I don't want you to use a notebook. I want you to use a composition book. And the reason I want you to use a composition book is because, for one, they're sturdier and they hold up better. If you spill something on them, you get them dirty. We take them outside quite a lot because this, with the earth sciences, we end up outside. So because of that, I want you to have this more sturdy notebook. And they're easier to grade for me and keep track of your grades, especially the way we do these things. So I want you to make sure that you have one of these, okay? Got till the second week of school to have one of these. All right, and then these are going to be set up a specific way. Let me show you how I want that done. All right, guys, so I've got my journal here, and the way I want you to set this up is, of course, out on the front here, I want you to put your name, and then it's always really helpful to put in the period that you're in, too. So if you're in first period, that's always good, second, whatever the case may be. But you'll write your name on there, the period that you're in, and then I want you to flip it inside. Now the first thing I want you to do when you flip it to the inside is I want you to write in the table of contents. Okay, from the table of contents, we're going to set this up. You'll see there's this little pink line here. I want you to put page, okay, and that'll be the page number that you're going to put in, and then we'll put title here. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to write on page 4, I'll write page 4, and the title of the lab is, say, measuring. Okay, and then we'll put that in there. So that makes it easy for me to find it. Okay. Next thing I want you to do is, remember we talked about the lab report format, and this becomes very important in my class because of what we do with all the labs. So you'll take that and cut it down into a nice square. It fits really well. Put it right there on the inside cover. Then you just take some tape, tape it on the inside. Of course, you can tape it all the way around if you like, and that's fine. and you're set on the first page. Now, once you've got the table of contents, I want you to turn the page 3 pages. So it's 1, 2, and on the third page, you're going to be able to start numbering. So go page 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice I don't number on this side, only on this side. It makes it easier for me to track it down, and it's up in the same corner, it's always the same place. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, so far what we've done is we've set up our table of contents. We've got in our lab report format that you'll be writing in. From here you'll turn the page, 1, 2, and then you're going to start numbering from there, 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, and after that, you number through, you have to go about 20 pages, just remember to add it as you add notes and so forth. On the back, what I want you to do is turn it all the way to the back cover, and now you're going to go back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th page, you're going to write vocabulary. Okay? This is where you're going to put your vocabulary for every unit. All right, so that's it. You've got your journal set up. You have your lab report format. We're ready to get this class started. All right, see you in class.